do a quick history vlog. This is a Newcastle service leaving 18 minutes from Central Station here. I'm going to do a quick history vlog on V-sets. Starting from like the first 1970s models through to the last sets, or the DK series sets as they call them. Start with the earliest ones. The first V sets weren't actually called V sets. They were basically the first DDIU sets, or double-decker intercity, interurban. DDIU stands for double-decker interurban sets. The first set was actually labelled as F111, not to be confused with the Air Force jets, but there was, I don't know if it's exactly true or not. There has been rumours going around about it being called an F11 on its target plate, which was the first ever run to Gosford. And then since then they've labelled them as U sets, not to be confused with the single deck intercity trains, silver trains. The first double decker trains were for some reason also called U sets. And unlike later V sets, they had a lot of things that were different about them, including the top and lower deck window arrangement was all 5-row in both the motor and trailer cars. So they all had 5 window rows on both the upper and lower decks. Also the interior was quite different as well. I think I remember I actually caught one ages ago before they started scrapping them. Other differences is they had a different shaped headlamp, like the main lights. It was more of an oval shape, socket with a glass covering on it, instead of the rectangular shape like this one, for example. And the other main thing is, yeah, like I said, I think I actually caught one of because later on they reconverted the original V-set models into trailer cars only, because apparently they had a lot of reliability issues and they kept breaking down and stuff, things like that, and they had different technology on them as well to the later sets. And then the other thing is the reason they actually started scrapping them back in 2006, I believe. It was during the 2000s. Like, it would have been not long after I actually ridden in one. All I remember is it had different walls, like around the windows and stuff. And I was in like the single section there, I remember, and and the inside was different compared to any other V set I've been on, and it certainly wasn't a DK series model, because they pretty much look like that, except they got the electronic doors and that. The other main thing is about the first batch of the V sets is they didn't have the stainless steel underframes. They had mild steel underframes, and that was basically the reason they had to scrap them back in the 2000s, because of rust and corrosion in the mild steel frames and rot. So unfortunately they had to scrap them. Unfortunately there's not many photos of the first sets. They are on the internet, but they're not easy to come across. You find the easiest one to find on the internet is I think U13 target plate, I think it had, at Gosford. It's like a really old photo back in like 70s, and it explains what it actually looks like as well, especially from the front. Like they've still got the same fiberglass ends, but like I said, it's got slightly different features, like the main headlight and that kind of thing. Moving on, the next ones came out second batch came out in 1977. That was the DK series, so that was the DC series, and they usually ran as like a 2-car set that were combined into a 4-car set. Some of those have now been scrapped, however there are still ones still running today. I believe mostly as trailer cars though. However, DTD, which is still in service, I think that's V21, the DTD car on that, which is a motor car. I did a vlog on it recently that it had panels, had a covered up section at the front, used to have a destination indicator on it when they were trialling out before the government didn't want intercity trains to have destination indicators or destos on them anymore. And then there's your other DC trailer cars that are still running, and you can tell they used to have driver compartments in them. Some of them are being converted into the few other fleet names, like the DET conference car, for example. And then moving on, you have your DIM ones that came out in 81, like this one here. This one's DIM 8144. They were the next ones. Like this one here would have originally had the Blue Goose livery on it. They pretty much were similar to the DC models, except for a few differences, like extra seating, of course. See over there, same again, DIT model. That one's 9107. And then the later DIT, DIM, DI series V sets had the candy liveries on them. Basically like the DJ series moving on, back 86 was the next fleet, was the first of the DJ series. However, only the motor cars were called DJMs. The trailer cars were still continuing in the DIT types. And then last but not least, the DK series V sets, which have a lot of differences. The sheet metal is more rigid rather than slatted like that, as well as they had other things like electronic doors and things like that. They came out in '89, and they were the last of the V sets that came out. A lot of them are now being combined with the DJM DIT series, as you can know. Like, you've seen V sets that have like the back rear cars, one half of the set being DKM DKT, and then the rear two carriages being DIT DJM. I don't know the reason why they've combined them like that, but I think since the refurbishment they've done that for some reason. V sets used to have brown vinyl seats and like a more brownish orange interior before they had the green seats and the green carpet and whatnot. That was before the latest refurbishment, which they now have the purple interior with the purple seating, purple carpet and purple walls. They used to have the wood grain finish or yellow finish, beige finish in the upper and lower decks. And yeah, I better wrap this vlog up because I'm probably gonna run out of room soon. So I'm gonna wrap up the vlog. So I hope you enjoyed a little history lesson there, and thanks, and hope you enjoyed and learnt enough. Sorry for a few little corrections, but anyway, I will do more vlogs soon.